Well, I started playing piano when I was 6 because my mom played, and then from there I kind of gradually got into musical theater. So I started singing around like 10 or 11.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
Yeah. And let's talk about bands and solo performers. Like, who do you like growing up listening to? Like, what certain artists?
Well, I grew up listening to a lot of oldies, Motown, Aretha, Temptations, Michael Jackson. I love Beyonce. Love Beyonce. I love Alicia Keys, Justin Timberlake, and then everything. I listen to everything except metal. I don't really like metal. I respect it.
Yes.
But I don't really like it.
It's not your style. And how did you get started in the music industry? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I did musical theater throughout high school, and I always thought I was going to be on Broadway. I wanted to, be in New York, and yeah.
Whole experience, I get you.
Exactly. And then I got into songwriting kind of like my junior, senior year of high school, and I really loved music first and foremost before acting and dance. And so I ended up going to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and from there I was, I wanted to perform. I mean, I always wanted to perform, but my own stuff and writing my own stuff. So, okay. And then I moved out here.
Gotcha. LA, right?
To La La Land.
I hear you. And what kind of music do you listen to today? I know there's a lot of variety of music today, different fusions of different types of genres that are fusing together.
I listen to a lot of like mainstream stuff, but I listen to a lot of hip hop and a lot of rap.
Can you name some artists?
Yeah, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love J. Cole. J. Cole's like a huge favorite of mine. Lyrically, he's amazing. Drake. Who else do I listen to? I listen to kind of a little bit of ratchet music, like YG and Tyga. That's like the other side of me. But then I listen to a lot of, I'm currently listening to like Beyonce's album, Jay-Z and Justin.
How do you feel personally before you go on stage? What is it like for you? It
depends on like the performance. Usually I'm, you get your butterflies, your adrenaline rush. But I'm usually not, I used to be, but I'm not so much nervous anymore. Just kind of like anxious. I'm like, I want to get out there already. And then, yeah, and I have this weird thing that happens with my right knee, like where it shakes a little bit, even though I'm not nervous, but it still shakes. So it's awful when I'm playing the piano and trying to sing, my knee's like shaking and I'm like thinking of it, but usually that goes away after like the first song. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
What type of advice would you give to a music artist who's just starting and who wants to get into the industry?
I would say, I know this sounds really cliche, but be true to yourself. Know what you want first and foremost, and be open to opinions because everybody has an opinion. But I think follow your heart and follow what you feel comfortable with, because I feel like when I first moved out here, I was, you should do this and you should do that, and no, Marga, you should do that, or you blah blah, and I was like, whoa, what what should I be doing, And then when I just kind of took a step back and was like, what do I really want, and sometimes people don't know that, and you go and you go with the flow, but I would say just be true to who you are and know what compromises to make and what not to, and I think that just comes with the experience of dealing with different types of people. But ultimately, just do what makes you happy.
What are the most typical mistakes that artists make when they try to break into the industry that you've seen in the past?
Jumping in too quickly.
Right.
Jumping at every opportunity you get. I did that in college. I had a production deal and it ended up going really bad because I was 18 and I was like, oh, this is the end all be all. This is it. It looks great. It's awesome. And it wasn't at all. So I would say, like, and when I moved out here, I was like, oh, this person wants to work with me, or this person. And you jump on these opportunities without really knowing much about them or about the person. And a lot of people, will, take advantage of that. Yeah.
That's
So definitely do your research.
Yeah.
Do your research.
What can your fans expect from you in the future to come?
A lot more music. A lot more music. Some music videos I'm in the works of doing. I am actually working on a t-shirt line, which is due out this spring. So I'm really excited. Thank you. I'm super, super excited about it. And especially because, well, you guys will be the first people. There are my lyrics on the shirts. So it's called Expressions by Marga Lane, and it's kind of to go along with the EP. And lyrically is how I express myself through my music. So, and through fashion. So I wanted to link the two, fashion and my words and music, together. So that's how I got it. Yeah, so I'm excited.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me, family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. And I belong with you, you belong with me. You're my sweet